Instagram and why I'm not doing this on Instagram. It's about the morning. It's about music. So I've been trying to think of a way to connect more with my audience and also just to put my journey out there. Uh, one, so I can document it. Two, so maybe it's helpful. And three, because my daughter watches YouTube and she's not on Instagram. She's only 13. So let's start with the morning though. Check this out. Look at this beautiful thing. So I'm trying to focus more on taking a beautiful morning walk and being in nature and like centering the mind. I do a little meditation typically and do this. I got some weight, which helps get a little exercise. And man, what a great way to start the day. Like, look at this. I don't live near this, so I got to drive here. But I think it's so important to live our favorite life. And of course, we need to like focus and get the work done. But why not enjoy ourselves a little bit during the day, do something we like, see some people we like, and also kick ass and make waves at what we do. For me, it's music. Now here's the other thing. I've been thinking about Instagram. I've been trying to like do the Instagram content thing and put my music out there and do the song and dance stuff. But man, I gotta say, like, I don't think I've ever enjoyed posting on Instagram. I don't know what it is. When I get on Instagram, I don't think, man, I love Instagram. And there's a few people I follow that I love, for sure. Like Uncle Pappy, for those that know Uncle Pappy. Abel Hart, there's like these positive people. Little Hermosi, sharing lots of value, but there's just something about Instagram. But I love YouTube. I've always enjoyed the educational side of it. And I've always enjoyed, I don't know, the fact that they actually pay people for for streams whenever they do get views and things, and that it seems to be better for business. Anyways, this is just my mindset. And so I'm gonna start trying out this YouTube thing. I'm curious for anybody that might watch this, if they agreed, would they rather follow a musician, an entrepreneur, a father, or whoever doing their thing on YouTube, or would they rather do it on Instagram? And where do they get the most value from? And I just feel like when we do get to spend longer time with people, that's when we start to get more value, and we also start to connect at a deeper level. And so Instagram, just these little blips, it's the doom scroll or the dopamine scroll, and it's hard to really take in the value, take in the connection, in my opinion. But anyways, I'm rambling. So thinking a lot about YouTube versus Instagram, and then we'll talk a little bit about music. I don't know if you're a musician or a creative, but I have set up this system to hold me accountable. So I currently don't have a record label. Well, I kind of do. Well, that's a long story, but I don't really have a record label knocking on my door saying, hey, give us your music so we can put it out, and here's some money and here's some incentives. And so I've had to create accountability on my own side. And so I did this big Kickstarter. This was just a little earlier this year. And it was, at first I was just gonna do another $2,000 Kickstarter. I did one for Indiegogo a couple years back, and it blew me away that anybody would support me on this level to help me pay for creating music or videos up to $2,000. And to do that, and I created an album, I created a great video. Well, this time I was like, man, I wanna do something ambitious and scary. And I wanted to push me over the edge, to be this rocket burst of energy, to push me over the edge, to release a lot of my songs, to finish a lot of my songs that I've been neglecting, and to put them out there very rapidly once they're all done. And so I already had one album that was close to being done. And then I wanted to create another album, put a bunch of songs together. I had a lot of demos, and I just started to categorize them. So I got this Make Waves album that's almost done. I've already released some of those songs. And then I'm just kind of mixing and touching up the last bits. And then I have another album, which is now called Be Love. And I gotta say though, even though I've done this Kickstarter successfully with high stakes, it's $20,000, successful campaign, almost 200 supporters, which is amazing. And now I've got all the support and resources. I've felt, instead of the the pressure pushing me to move faster, some of it's been a little bit, I felt daunted. I felt almost overwhelmed by it. And so usually a lot of my life will start to fall apart when I'm doing music because I'm so focused on it. I won't sleep well, and I'm not focused on as much on finances or whatever. I'm just like, music at all costs. But this time I'm like, I've cleaned all the baseboards in my house. I've dusted everything to death and I've never dusted before. And I'm taking care of everything in my life first, and then finally I'll get to do the music thing. And it's been a great challenge of mine. It's like I feel the pressure, and honestly, a big part of it is confidence and singing. I haven't sang and recorded in a long time, and especially to do it on my own, to sing and record on my own without anybody to be there to say, oh, I like that, or like that was good, or like, why don't you try this way, why don't you try it that way. This is what I do with a lot of artists, which is a lot of fun. Like, this is what I do in my coaching side, is I'll sit with an artist and say, hey, what if you slid up? What if you gave it more oomph? What if you whispered here? Things like that. Oh, that sounds good. No, that's the take. Trust me, that's the take. But I gotta say, like, when I'm doing it alone, I don't know if it's the take. And then I'll do the other day for one of these songs called Crazy Kind of Love. I'll share a snippet soon on YouTube. And it's a great track. But I didn't know how to sing it. I didn't know what the song was about at first. I didn't know what the lyrics were, so I finally wrote the lyrics. And I was like, okay, how do I put feeling into this? Who am I as a singer now in this new song, this new kind of vibe? It's very open and upbeat. It's kind of like the song Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. It's like it got a little bit of that flavor. And but I think it's happier. And so I was like, man, I did about 40 takes a day for like 3 days. And it was not easy to do those takes, I must say. It took me so much effort. And even before that, I was like, how do I even get to a place where I want to sing a lot? And so I have a house, I rent out the rooms, and I have roommates. And I have a studio, and it's not completely sound absorbent or blocking. And so I worry that if I'm singing, I'm belting, crazy, crazy, super loud, that someone's gonna hear me, and it makes me not want to open up. And so this time I moved my studio into my closet, which is my daughter's room as well. It's like this giant closet. And I got rid of a lot of her stuff and a lot of my junk. And I turned into a little studio. So there, I'm most far removed from everyone. I can like really belt it. And then I was like, man, I got to remember how to belt. So I've been doing vocal warm-ups every day. And it took me a while to get into this practice. I was just being so like, just being like lazy or just having to build a new habit is really the challenge. So I finally built the new habit and started warming up, building the muscle, building the belly breath. For those that know about the diaphragmatic breathing, which seems mysterious, and it is when you haven't done it in a while. So now I'm doing the breathing correctly. I'm doing the singing, and I did about 30 takes a day on the song. And then finally last night, I got a good take. I mean, I think they're all good, but I listened back to the other ones. I'm like, this is the take. And my lady, G, she was like, she was down to be my accountability partner. This is really nice to have. If you got a lady, got a partner, a friend who's down to be your accountability partner, even if they're not, for me, music, right? Even if they're not a musician, it's almost better if I can send a song to someone who's just an appreciator of music, a casual listener, that can just get the song. I could, you can send them the thing, and then they can reflect and say, man, I was really feeling it right here, or I wasn't feeling it there. And maybe they can't say exactly why they were feeling something, but at least they can tell you that they didn't. Did they get taken out of it? And what did they love about it? So I made a deal with my lady that I would give her the song, even though I was tired at the end of a long, crazy couple days. I told her I was gonna give her the song before our conversation. I did, and we finally were able to get together, and she gave me all this great feedback on it. But it pushed me to say, fuck my energy or my mood or whatever, and prioritize it, even though I got 100 things to do, and whip it out. So gave her the song, and she loved it. And she said it's a new direction, and I'm just so glad that I got it done. There's this idea that done is better than perfect, and where in the past I just want to be perfect, which I'm not, and I've never been good enough to be quote unquote perfect in the way I think of that. So I can't be the Beatles or Radiohead, which to me might be close to perfect. So I'm just trying to set deadlines. So I'm finally, what I think I'm trying to get to, and maybe recommend if you're a creative, is if you can set up, if you're having trouble finishing things and focusing, set up a system, a little bit of pressure you can handle. And maybe that's telling a bunch of people you're gonna do something on a certain day, and that you're gonna send them that thing or present them that thing. Or maybe it's just one person that you know will hold you to it, that you're excited to share it with, and then do it that way. So find some accountability partner, and or something that keeps you accountable to your dream, to the thing you want to create. And I would say do something beautiful in the morning if you can. Start off your day right, and you deserve it. You deserve, if you can't give yourself 30 minutes of some self-love time, reflection, or peace before you turn on the phone and invite the world in and all the stimulation